Hey guys, in this video we are going to be talking about compensators and trying to answer the question, should you carry a compensator on your EDC firearm? Let's get right into it. If you guys have watched my channel before, you guys know that I am a big fan of the Radian Ramjet. I've had it on the channel a couple of times on a couple of builds. I have been carrying this compensator for about a year. Now, what exactly does a compensator do? It really does two things. It keeps the muzzle flip down when you are firing, because at the top of the compensator you have these ports at the top, and what these ports do is all that energy that's going out the front of the barrel, it kicks some of that energy up and out those ports. And what that does is that keeps your muzzle flip down. Now, Radian claims it keeps it down by 44% with 115 grain ammo. I can't confirm or deny that happens, but I'm telling you, it's a lot. Okay, it helps a lot when you are shooting with a compensator. Sometimes when you shoot with a compensator, you never want to go back to your standard Glock barrel. But I can get shots on target, and because it's not flipping, okay, I can get shots on target faster. The other thing that it does is it also makes your shots feel softer. Okay, it's called recoil impulse. The recoil impulse is a lot softer when you're shooting. It doesn't quite feel like a 9mm shot when you have it compensated. And that's the best part about compensators. Is this barrel any better than a standard Glock barrel? Not really. Okay, it's all dependent on recoil. Okay, you can do just as good with a standard Glock barrel as you can this barrel. It's all just personal preference. Okay, this barrel in comp is a lot more fun to shoot with. I will say that much, but it's not the end all be all to concealed carry. Okay, you don't absolutely need a comp on your gun. Okay, it's just, you don't. It does get some holster wear as you are using the comp. Kind of like your slide does when it goes in and out of your holster. You get a little bit of slide wear. You can see there at the tip of that, there is a little bit of holster wear, almost in line with where the holster wear on the Glock slide is as well. Now, if you are planning on going into the wonderful world of compensators, make sure that you re-zero your optic. Okay, this barrel and your Glock barrel are going to be at different places. I'll give you an example. When I went to the range just a little while ago and I tried it with the comp again, my shots were actually hitting a little bit lower than normal. So you want to make sure you're re-zeroing at whatever zero distance you like to zero at. For me, it's 10 yards. Making sure that your zero is back in near the center of your target at 10 yards. Even if it's off just a little bit, re-zero it to the correct spot, because the farther away you go, the bigger that discrepancy gets. Okay, now let's go back to the question at hand. Okay, is it a good idea to have a compensator on your EDC firearm? Now, there's really two camps that you're going to be thinking about. It's your self-defense perspective, and it's your lawyer/courtroom perspective. All right, the self-defense perspective. If you truly need a compensator to be a better shot, you probably need to train more. The difference between a comped gun and a non-comped gun should have nothing to do with accuracy. Okay, nothing to do with accuracy. That is just simply training. Get more rounds downrange and get better at shooting. A comped gun is not going to help you with that. The only thing a comped gun is going to do is it's just going to help you get more shots downrange faster. Okay, because it's really limiting that recoil. This barrel compared to the Glock barrel is not more accurate. Okay, it's not. We can't possibly as humans be as accurate as a Glock barrel or as a Radian Ramjet barrel, because we're human. We make mistakes. Okay, we're not perfect. My other thing is, if it's going to help you survive, this is truly, in your opinion, going to help you survive a gunfight, then carry one. All right, it's better to be what? Judged by 12 than carried by 6, right? So that is the self-defense aspect of carrying a compensator. Okay, let's talk about the courtroom perspective. Now, this is what gets everybody scared. If you have to go to court for a justified shooting. Let's first talk about the numbers, okay? Let's talk about cops first. There is a 12% chance, 12%, that a cop will use his firearm in his police career, okay? 12%. Now you have to think about, as a civilian, you have to cut that in half, possibly even more, which for a civilian, they say it's anywhere between 1 and 5% chance you're even going to use or need your firearm. Okay? Very, very small. If you are in a justified shooting, keep this in mind. They will take your firearm from you. Okay? Even if it is justified right off the bat, they still need it. They need to do an investigation, making sure everything is good. Most cases, most justified shooting cases never make it to court. Okay? If it does make it to court, you need to make sure that you can explain why you have everything on that firearm. You have to also think that there are people on the jury that are not like us. They're going to see this big black firearm as a really scary killing machine. All right? And we all know it's not, but they don't know any different. That's why I always say to keep this as stock as humanly possible. The two things that I like to have on there is a red dot, because it just helps faster target acquisition. And I like to have an aftermarket connector in there that works with your firearm. Okay, for me, I use the Ghost connector in there on all my Glocks, and they work fantastic. I've never had an issue with the Ghost connector. For me, would I carry a compensator on my firearm? I do, because it gives me about that much of an advantage, and I'm going to take any advantage that I can get in a gunfight. When I am thinking about the types of gunfights that I possibly can get in, I'm thinking more of long-range encounters. Okay, I'm thinking of people coming into my school and I'm gonna have to fire a long shot. Or somebody comes in to your church or to the mall, and I don't expect them to be firing directly at me. I expect them to be firing at a lot of people, and I need to try to stop that. That is the kind of gunfight I anticipate myself getting into, if I get in one at all. So I prefer being able to hit those longer shots, and you can do that much easier with a compensated gun. At least I am more confident with a compensated gun making hits out to those distances. So yes, I prefer to have the comp on my firearm. This exact comp, this is a Glock 19 Gen 5 with the Radian Ramjet. I have a stock barrel in there, I have a Ghost connector, and I have the Holosun EPS on here as well. That is it. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys, stopping by. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Remember, if you really enjoyed this content and you want to support the channel, I got my Patreon page down in the link. There's super thanks. If you hit that thanks button in the description and you want to donate to the channel that way, you can. As always, you can subscribe, like, and comment down below and share the video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember to train hard, get strong, be a protector. If no one said they love you today, I love you guys. God bless you all.